And I am alive. Welcome to the RedBlue Pod number 117. Here we are, two movies today. Late Night with the Devil 2023 and Hitman 2023. This is also the penultimate episode of this fifth season. Friday, we will have the season finale with the tier list. Hopefully, we may have some guests here and there. Anyway, I think now it's the right moment for the intro.
Not funny. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Not funny.
So I was very surprised when I ended up watching these two movies. I was the one choosing these two, but I didn't thought I would like these two movies that much. I was like, these are two 2023 movies, and they came out a year later, and here's what we got. Anyway, let's start off with Late Night with the Devil 2023. So I will admit something there. I'm not quite sure if I understood every single thing. Well, I will be honest, horror is not really my cup of tea, and I was just watching along. I enjoyed the movie, but because horror is not really my type, maybe my attention span was a bit more limited. I don't know what happened there with that one. Anyway, um, here are a few things I enjoyed: the music and Michael Ironside voiceover was kind of cool. I like him as a voice actor. He is Sam Fisher in Splinter Cell, for those who don't know. Um, Outside of that, I will be honest. Before I was done watching the movie, I thought that entire start of the movie was like filler, but then you realize it connects very well with the main character, and it's kind of the center of the drama, if we can call it that way. So just give the movie a shot. The guy talking to the deads was entertaining. It was well shown how the guy was worried during story time. The guy turning crazy was cool. The acting was solid. Glasses guy not caring about the medium was entertaining and sad. The talk show from the 70s felt like a talk show of the 70s. The action and documentary approach was cool. The sound effects were on point. The demon talking was entertaining. Lily, the doctor, was cool. The experiment going wrong was entertaining. The studio going dark was cool. The last 10 minutes were entertaining and confusing. I think Jack sold his soul to the devil for success. To be number one, Jack went in hell when his wife went in heaven. I think the ending tells us Jack deleted his wife. I admit I don't think I understood the movie well on the first viewing. I'm pretty sure there are message, and the ending makes more sense when you understand the movie better. So guilty of charge. Anyway, Late Night with the Devil was a movie I quite enjoyed. No issue whatsoever. Um, I think this movie deserves a 10. That review is probably one of the weakest I did this season. But hey, things happen, right? So yeah, 10 out of 10. It's one of the weakest 10 we had this year. Will I rewatch? I don't think so, because it's not my cup of tea. So that was brief. I hopes we may have a guest because I know people in our circle did see the movie, but something came up, I guess. So, coming next, we got Itman. So, it's funny how I had talks with Cole behind the scene, and it told me that's like the killer but done better. And I agree. And I really liked that movie last year until I realized maybe I misunderstood it and other people on panel were right. Um, so now Hitman, we got people mocking Hitmans, basically. The main character basically pretends he is a Hitman. It's hilarious how people think it's an actual thing. Now, maybe in real life it's an actual thing, but the way they mock that in the movie makes me believe that maybe it's not really a thing. Anyway, let's get right into Hitman. Um, I will start by saying it is one of my favorite movie this year. I think Challengers and Monkey Man may be above that one, but that movie is a close third place, maybe fourth place. If we just talk about enjoyment, it's still probably there. I think I like that movie a bit more than The Fall Guy. I think. Not quite sure. I know I did laugh a lot. Um, anyway, let's get into the stuff I enjoyed. The message of can people change was cool and well shown in the movie. The main character trying to cover up everything was telling of his character arc into believing in second chances. The girl being goddamn so manipulative, so much was wonderful. It was hilarious. I thought the humor was like the biggest strength of that movie. Um, there was a lot of love put into it where the character is really smart. He is good at analyzing people, and it's part of his studies because he's a teacher. If I remember correctly, he teaches psychology or something like that. Um, it's so far in my memory. I will be honest. It's been like a month I've seen that movie, so some of the few things are really blurry. There were courtroom scenes that were very entertaining. The clients are colorful. Usually, you spend like 30 seconds with them, sometimes 2 minutes, and you're already like, oh, that person is toast. That person is entertaining. And yeah, the cast is just likable. There's a lot of twists and turns. The corrupt cop that's like, oh yeah, I will throw you under the bus, and the end is the one that gets deleted for real. That was, man, that was good. It's just a very good comedy. It's not even an action movie. When you hear it, man, you're like, oh, that's an action flick where people beat each other up. But no, it's a parody on people that don't have really the balls to do the work, so they want to hire someone. They think that's the someone for the job, but in fact, it's just someone that will trap them and send them in jail. It's just well thought of. I really like that movie, and it's funny how it's a movie that was made around the same time as The Killer, but it's so different, not necessarily in tone, but in the approach. The Killer was really an action flick with comedy in it. Here, it's really a pure comedy. Um, the love interest was also very funny, very entertaining, and we got that alter ego where we got the teacher and we got the fake it man. And these two lives collapsing on each other at the end of the movie was just wow. It was well done. It was very enjoyable. And that's another movie I highly recommend. Again, that's a comedy, a pure comedy. Um, the paradox of the main character not being in the second chances business, but giving a second chance to the love interest, that was like special. Um, the class about capital punishment was kind of entertaining. Like, sometimes when you got a movie where your main character is a teacher, the school stuff is underwhelming most of the time. But here, I was hooked. I was entertained by just watching him. I wish I had him as a teacher at school. Maybe I wouldn't have dropped out so many courses. Um, so yeah, the main character has dilemma here and there, and it's funny how Ron character is like the embodiment of the girl fantasy and people who order delete fantasies. Um, yeah, the ending was just impactful. Um, and I think one of the funniest part is when a teenager is like, "Well, you do the job," and they're like, "Teenager ask for it, man. What's that thing, man? What is going on there?" Anyway, I feel like I repeat myself so much. This episode will be very brief because I'm alone and I don't have a lot more to say. I have no issue whatsoever with Hitman. I think Hitman is a solid movie, and I will give this movie 10 out of 10. So now we got two movies in a row that are 10 out of 10. And before we leave, I will share so far my list of movies in 2024 because I think it's relevant and interesting because we covered a lot of 2024 movies so far. And yeah, let's do this. I will present something here. Share screen. Letterbox. So let's go through the right one. There we go. So here we are. We will have a bit of spoilers there for future episode, but Hitman is indeed in third place for me. And yeah, so far that's my top five: Monkey Man, Challenger, Hitman, Bike Riders, Asphalt City, and in sixth place we got Late Night with the Devil. So that one is a bit lower than the others, but I still enjoyed it quite a lot. Outside of that, we got something we covered last Friday, Rock Bottom, Unfrosted. I wanted to die after watching this thing. But yeah, I think this is the perfect moment to end the stream. Um, Thank you a lot for watching Friday movie tier list. Hopefully, I may have a few guests. And tomorrow, we got Window to Our Mind. So yeah, next month we go on break. Well, actually, this month we are already in July, but we go on break for the RedBlue podcast. There will only be one bonus episode by the end of the month, and another bonus episode in August. So yeah, um, that was it for today, and I hope you enjoyed. And go watch it. And I will also tease something Thursday. I will be uploading a video, 9 movies I recommend. So yeah, if you've been following the Red Blue podcast, you have already heard about all of the 9 movies. And we are out for today.